Getting around in a city like Lagos could sometimes be very challenging with the limited options available in terms of mobility. But what if there's a more practical way to commute, have fun and stay fit at the same time? That's what this Nigerian smart mobility startup, Awa Bike, is all about.
Awa Bike is a micro-mobility company that is focused on providing sustainable transportation options for Africa's 1.2 billion people. Currently, you would find us in university campuses around Nigeria. So we are starting from closed communities. The focus is university campuses and then residential estates. The dream is to get as many people as possible in Africa on bicycles.
By turning to bicycles as a means of transportation, the app-based bicycle sharing platform enables users to get around the city in an eco-friendly way.
Several transportation problems in terms of flexibility. Transportation options currently are not flexible enough. Many times we even have shortage of these options, especially at peak periods. They're also not healthy enough and not friendly to the environment, so not eco-friendly as well. So what we try to do and how we change things is, A, we provide that flexibility, for the commuter to be in control of where and when and how, he or she decides to move from point A to point B. Another thing we do is also give them the opportunity to exercise, while they're doing this, right? The third thing we do is actively trying to play a part in cutting down carbon emissions, in the society.
Ifeoluwa says he had the idea when he moved to France for his studies and found himself using a bicycle while he was there. That was then the idea hit him and he mooted it to his friends.
My partner Ife was in France for his MBA and he had to move around with a bicycle because, it was faster for him, it was cheaper for him, and it also helped him with the problem of the language barrier, which is French. And he called me one day, I just finished from law school, and he was telling me about this and all, and what do I think about this. And I was like, okay, that's a good idea, don't we think it can work in universities? We thought about that this is something that we can actually adapt and make work for students.
Through the Awa Bike app, riders can register and get links to available bicycles within a location.
We want people to understand that it's for us, it's for everyone, now our own, which is what we get people saying from time to time, say our bike, now we get them on our own. So it's something we want people to be able to own and feel like it's theirs as well.
So how do you go about it?
This is our app. Right, you can see bicycle, but it's also AWA, Awa, right? Yeah, so that's you basically tap. If you tap into that, it will show you the number of bikes in the area you have in the area. So here you get to pick a bicycle, right? You can reserve a bike 10 minutes before you ride the bicycle. So this only lasts for 10 minutes. You click on that to reserve the bike, and then you can select any bicycle you want. Go to the bicycle, click on unlock. When you unlock the bike, you can either use the QR code to unlock here in between the handlebars, or you put the number of the bicycle, right? And there's one here at the back of here. So you basically unlock the bike.
The 11th Sustainable Development Goal is on making cities inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable, and Awa Bike is bridging that gap by trying to cut down on pollution and carbon emission.
In our company, we pride ourselves in taking care of the environment, and with our products, we intend to reduce or minimize everybody's carbon footprint as much as possible, because with climate change and all, it's left to us individually to try our best to ensure that we do not further deplete the ozone layer. And also, we've seen that a lot of us tend to be very dormant and do not exercise a lot. So cycling is also a very good form of exercise. It's very good for your heart. It's very good for the heart rate. It's very good for the blood rate. So we've also seen so far that students also really use it to exercise, because one of our busiest times is actually after school hours.
Using a community-based approach, the young startup is targeting campuses and selected communities across the country. Although the rate of adoption is quite impressive, they were not without challenges.
For us, at the beginning, one of the biggest problems we faced was convincing, at first, the investors that this was going to be viable. Because, I mean, how would you tell somebody that you want to put bicycles in school? I mean, a lot of times they will not understand it, so at first rather, but lucky for us, our investors were very forward-minded people, and we explained to them and let them see how this can work. Then the other problems we've had has sadly been with the universities. I mean, a lot of them have received us gracefully, but at times the whole procedure between introduction and finally the final implementation tends to take some time. So that has also been an issue I've had to face.
The startup not only aims to revolutionize mobility, but also to incorporate health and lifestyle management.